OXFAM International is an organization that is a confederation of about 20 different organizations, clubbed together and working towards a common goal. The common goal that drives the confederation of OXFAM is to reduce the rate of poverty all across the globe. These 20 organizations that form OXFAM operate by collaborating with different partners and local organizations as well as communities in about 90 countries with the aim and mission to reduce and ultimately reduce poverty. The organization aims at removing poverty and acts passionately towards finding and establishing ways that are new and innovative and can help the poor significantly in pulling themselves out of their situations and live a better life. The organization believes in tackling with both the causes and the impacts of poverty so as to allow providing opportunities to people to build lives for themselves outside the clenches of poverty and helplessness. The four main stakeholders of OXFAM include volunteers/employees. The employees and volunteers of OXFAM are essential for the organization and its operations because it is through these employees and volunteers that the organization becomes capable of influencing the poor and executing the various measures that can provide them the environment and the opportunities to be able to pull themselves out of poverty and build a better life for themselves. Donors and trustees. The donors and trustees of OXFAM play a huge role in providing them the various resources that are required for the successful establishment of the measures necessary for removing poverty. Any organization that may or may not be indulged in selling products or services requires making several expenses in procuring their resources and, especially for organizations like OXFAM, making such expenses to procure resources in furtherance of employing their measures for curbing poverty can be extremely difficult without the support of its donors and trustees. Local partners. The donors and trustees of OXFAM play a huge role in providing them the various resources that are required for the successful establishment of the measures necessary for removing poverty. Any organization that may or may not be indulged in selling products or services requires making several expenses in procuring their resources and OXFAM largely operates by connecting with and creating relationships with local communities and institutions who act as partners of the organization to collaborate and cooperate towards the establishment of measures in order to curb poverty across 90 countries. Governments and institutions. The governments and institutions in each country where OXFAM has its branches play a special role in the encouragement of the organization to implement different ways to curb poverty in the society. Governments of each country is responsible for taking measures to reduce and remove poverty from its territory, and the collaboration of the governments and different institutions with organizations like OXFAM is highly important. There are various ways in which conflicts may occur amongst the different stakeholders of the organization. The donors and trustees especially often play a role in the decision-making and supervising of the organization and often influence the manner in which organizations work or implement their plans. The conflicts between donors and trustees along with the governments may arise, or they may arise in the manner in which the partners of the organization wish to implement certain measures as opposed to what the donors or even the employees or volunteers think would be more efficient. In such cases, it becomes the responsibility of OXFAM to ensure that the conflicts between such stakeholders are resolved in order to ensure its effective and efficient operations with the support of all of its stakeholders.